That's some bright light. That's some bright light. Let's just redirect that for a minute. Better? I don't know. Anyhow, hello. Hello, my friends. Ooh, okay. Okay. Hello. Hello. Let's see here. We've got some folks in the chat. Hello. Just working with the camera a little bit. I'm here. I'm just waiting for the YouTube to catch up on my end, but I think it's pretty close. So, hello friends, good evening. Oh my gosh, it's a Tuesday. We're never together on a Tuesday. It's not a What's New Wednesday on a Tuesday, and we are doing a List With Me live, but we're doing that on a Tuesday night instead of our regularly scheduled Saturday sessions because I have lots of travel, lots of travel happening between now and the end of the month. Really between now and the end of September. I counted yesterday, I think. I don't know, I'm home like 6 days out of the next 27 or something crazy like that. So, but it's not bad. September is busy travel teaching wise, but the rest of August is going on a couple of fun little excursions. So that's the plan. Anyhow, so welcome. If you are new here, first I have to tell you, it is like thundering and lightning and it is so stormy out right now. I keep hearing on my phone all of these, weather warnings about hail and don't go outside and things like that. So hopefully it doesn't get too loud and hopefully we don't lose power or internet or anything like that. Oh, okay, good. Nick and I are headed out of town Thursday morning for like 4 days in our RV, and he went to get Harvey, the RV, because it lives at Nick's brother's house. And I just barely remembered to turn off the Bluetooth on my phone, because if you've been with me before and it goes all nutty because he pulls in the Bluetooth, my phone, nowhere, Harvey's in the driveway, but my phone decides it wants to connect and then we get all messed up here. So anyhow, welcome. If you are new here, welcome to you. My name is Lael Kankar, and I usually say on Saturdays when I'm not traveling. It's usually on Saturdays when I'm not traveling. We are here listing on my YouTube channel, but lots of travel happening in the next 6 weeks or so. So this month, the rest of this month, August of 2024, we will be doing some nighttime listing, weeknight listing, which is fun because it's a totally different feel. Well, I don't know. To me, it's a different feel, right? Because I'm in here and it will be dark soon and it's just a different feel. And I always like to try to throw in some nighttime listing sessions, weeknight listing sessions throughout the year because some of you can never, ever make a Saturday. And so you're always, watching the replay, which is good, right? Technology lets us do that, but it's kind of fun to do weeknights every once in a while. So here we are. I had planned 3 weeknights for the rest of August. One is today, the 13th. One, I'm just looking at my calendar over here. One is still Wednesday, the 21st. The one that was scheduled for the 27th is not going to happen because our travel plans had to change a little bit. So best way to always be informed of what's going on and where you can find me when we're listing and when we're not. The blog, which I need to update because our travel plans changed yesterday. Anyhow, blog and pinned to the Facebook page and the Facebook group, the Lael by Mail Facebook page and Facebook group. The email that went out today that you will either get today or tomorrow. My email system staggers emails. So the bottom has the revised schedule. So showing that the 27th of August is canceled. Anyhow, here we are. We are going to play. We're going to play tonight. I need it so much. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes when life is going, right? Life goes whether we want it or not, right? Good or bad, or, it just keeps going. So sometimes we need to kind of get out of that a little bit. And for me, if I can get out of that by being creative, then that is something that really tends to work for me. So we're going to play tonight. As I am working, you'll see all the products that I'm using on my website at laelbymail.com. In the description box of the video, excuse me, you will see a link to what I'm using. That's the easiest way to find what I'm using. But just know, every time we're together, I'm using different things. So depending on when you're watching the video, you may click on what I'm using and it will take you to what I'm using. But if it's a year from now, it'll take you to what I'm using a year from now. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Okay. All right. So let's do this. Let me check out the lighting is just bizarre. I don't know. Not very comfortable in my own skin these days, friends. But yeah, sharing too much. You don't need to know that. Let's take a look at the chat and see who's here. So if you are watching live, then welcome. There is a live chat that takes place on the right-hand side of your screen. So I'd love it if you'd pop in and say hello, especially if you're new. Always fun to have new people. Always fun to have all of you. But if you're new, pop into the chat and say hello. If you want to tell us where you're from, that's awesome. Or if you just want to say hi, that's awesome. And if you're watching the replay, welcome to you as well, because always fun to have you in the replay. I know with life happens and a lot of you can't be here live, so you watch the replays, which is just lovely because I love having you. All right, let's look at the chat. Hello, Kathy from Southern California. Beautiful, oh, the Southern California beach, even better. She said it's a warm, beautiful day. Hello, Elise, also Southern California. Hello, DeGrammy from the beach in Delaware. Look at all you guys at the beach. I need to be at the beach. Wanda from Tennessee. Hello, Shelly, Central Illinois. Hi, Carla from Arkansas. Kelly Golden. It has been a while. It's been a while since you cut a live. Happy to see you. Minnesota, right? Minnesota. Pretty sure. Janine. Hi, Janine. Elizabeth from West Virginia. We're all over the U.S. All over the U.S. tonight. Sarah from SoCal. Hello, hello. Hi, Laura from Florida. Jackie from Oklahoma. I won't sing that musical. Jane from Illinois. Hello, Wanda. Louisa. Hello, more Southern Californians. Hello, Lauren. Tracy's Chesser. She's excited to be able to join tonight at your cottage, and you have lots of data. Awesome. You're at your cottage. So, Louisa, I'm going to say, I'm not Louisa. Who was that? Tracy's Treasures. I'm going to say, based on the term cottage, that you are either in somewhere in Canada or maybe upper Midwest, like Michigan. Am I right? Let's just see. Hello, Maureen from Ontario. Beth from Ontario. Hello, Mary J. Blige. Sarah San Jose. Crafty865. Hello, Carol from Central Canada. Hi, Teresa. Mary J. said she missed Saturday. She had to visit her new grandbaby. Mary J., I can't even believe that you would diss me for your new grandbaby. Like, where are your priorities? Really? Really? Congratulations on your new grandbaby. So exciting. So exciting. Hello, Susan. Hi, Tabitha. Tabitha, thank you again for your sweet email. That was so sweet. Thank you. You and Adeline. Hello, Pamela from Virginia. Cynthia from Tennessee. I know I get to see Susan next month. So exciting. And I think Jackie Brennan too. Yeah, Jackie? Sarah. Sunny in LA, lovely. Cheryl is in Colorado. You just had Massam come through. It's crazy right now. There's the weather right now is just nuts. So everybody be safe. Patty headed to Minnesota. Patty, where are you? You're not in Minnesota right now? Colleen, hello from Toronto. Nancy R, hello. So I sent a package to Colleen. Colleen lives outside of Toronto, Canada. East Coast. And sometimes this happens, you guys, when you order something, your package decides it wants to see the world. Well, it wants to see the US, and we have no idea why that happens. It's not just me that happens to. The common denominator is the US Postal Service. So just know that if your package, as you track it, seems to be going the wrong direction, like West Coast if you're East Coast if you're West Coast, it just, I don't know. I guess if they process hundreds of billions of pieces of mail and not a couple, I'm sure they probably have a million that go awry, but all the time I've seen it do that, where it's kind of taking its time and bouncing all over the country. It gets there. It's just frustrating, I know, when you wait. So, Colleen, I hope you get it soon. Pam said, hi, Pam. Listing is so zen, relaxing, and fun. I agree with you 100%. Hello, Vicky Artie. Vicky Artie from England. It's 1:37 a.m. You're wide awake, sipping a glass of red wine. Well, you know what, Vicky? If you've got to be wide awake, sipping a glass of red wine sounds not too bad to me. But thanks for hopping in and joining us. Very fun. And I hope that you, maybe I'll put you to sleep. That would be a good thing, right? Maybe I'll put you to sleep. Lindsay H. is Northwestern Ohio. She's got to get to bed soon. I know. So here's the deal, guys. Let me just look at my calendar again. Next week. I think next week Oh yeah, next week, next Wednesday, the 21st, when we're listing, we are listing an hour earlier. So it's always kind of when we do weeknight things, like when I teach my classes weeknights, I try to kind of help favor the West Coast people sometimes so they can get home from work or whatever, and then be able to join, and then also East Coast. So next week we'll be going an hour earlier. So that will put it at 4:30 Pacific time, but it'll make it a little bit more manageable for your East Coasters. Hello, Leanne from Saskatoon. Saskatoon, I love that. Saskatchewan. You haven't been here for months. Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome. That's always what's so fun when we do a weeknight session, because there are lots of you that are able to participate and hop on that I feel like we haven't seen in a while. So I love it, love it, love it. Hello, Jackie from Oklahoma. Libby, North Central Texas. Oh, Kelly, of course I remember you. I remember lots about you. I remember lots about you, right? There's a little, you know what I mean by that. I remember. Hi, Shelly. Jen from Spokane. Nancy from upstate-ish. Oh, New York upstate-ish. Yeah, I got that. I missed that first part. Carol's excited to be here. All right, friends. So here's the deal. I probably missed some of you because I just scrolled up. I could probably sit here for the next hour and we could chit chat and say hi and ask how you're doing, ask how this is going in your life, and so forth. Which, you know, if we were in person, I would totally do that. We could just literally sit here and talk all night. But we kind of can't do that because we got work to do. We got things to do. So I am going to turn off the overhead lights, flip these lights, do all the things, and then we'll play, okay? And then we'll play. So I apologize for being a few minutes late. My little printer decided that it didn't want to print any black ink for some reason. And you'll see that when I show you the photo I'm going to use in our first list. When it came out, I'm like, oh, that's not right. So, you know, you go through the process, you do a nozzle check, you clean the print heads, and I did that. And then it still did not work. So it just took a little bit longer. But the good news is it's working. It's working. Thank you. The reminder to plug in, that's always so important, right? If we want to be together for a while this evening, we need to plug in. Otherwise, live streaming for a couple of hours tends to really suck the battery in your phone. Yes, Donna, she does. Any of you that follow Vicky, things are not good. Things are not good with her mom. And she has shared that. It's something that's been going on for, I don't know, about a month now. And it's just, yeah, it's heavy, it's hard. But if you want to send positive thoughts to Vicky and her mother and her family, that would be very, very, very much appreciated. She's really going through a hard time. All right. So we're going to have a little bit. Ooh, we're all crooked and weird. We don't want to be crooked and weird. All right. We'll look at this in a minute. Okay. So usually when we start out with a couple of things. I usually talk about our winners from when we were together last. Oh yeah, that was really bad. We don't want to go that way. You don't want to catch hang on, guys. We just have to, oh no, that's the wrong way. I'm going to make that worse. You're going to be seeing my toes in a minute. I mean, I guess good thing that my toes are nicely manicured, or pedicured, I guess. But yeah, you'll see my toes in a minute if I try to bring that any closer to me. Okay, let's just wait and make sure that looks okay. I'm about, I don't know, I probably have about a 10 or 15 second delay from what I do and then what I can see. So I think you guys have the same. Okay. All right. So when we first start, usually on a Saturday when we start, I do the prizes from the prior week, which now I am 2 times behind, honey. Wow. I don't even know where that came from. As I was speaking, I'm looking at the chat and I saw Carla wrote Hinton, and then Jackie Hinton wrote husband, and then Crafty said Harvey, and all of this honey, Harvey, something. Just anyhow, honey. Okay. I usually do prizes. I am now 2 times behind in doing the prizes. So tomorrow morning, that is the first thing I am going to do when I wake up, I am going to draw the prizes from our last 2 listing sessions. So just know, and you know what, to make up for it, I'll do a live prize tonight too. How about that? I always feel guilty. I feel guilty when I'm not getting those things done that I commit to. So I'm also going to write down here a live prize. In fact, guess what? Let's do a live prize in about, I don't know, 3 minutes. How about 3 minutes? The way that you, Vicky already said, may I just ask Lael, is Reggie around? He certainly is. Reggie, our cat, is sitting, sleeping, snug as a bug in a rug, I guess, snug as a cat in a bucket, sitting in his little, bucket thing on my desk. So yes, he is around. He is around. Oh, you guys, you know what? So I'm not, well, I guess I'm a little bit Italian. My mom was half Italian. And, they say that one of the traits of a person that's Italian is you feel guilty about everything, like anything you possibly can. And so I think I have a little bit of that Italian in me. Anyhow, hi, Christy. Nice to see you. Okay, so here we go. When I do a live giveaway, we do that in the chat. And so I just have you, chat. Write whatever you want in the chat, and in just a couple of minutes here, I will stop and I will scroll up on the comments, and wherever my finger stops, that's the person that wins. And guess what? We're going to make all 3 prizes easy tonight. 1 is live, 2 are after party prizes, so you leave a comment on the video when it's over. All 3 of those are just $25 little spend whatever you want, gift certificate, gift code, discount code, coupon code on the website. Colleen, do we take Reggie with us when traveling in RV? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I can't even imagine. He's not an outside cat, so he would probably go crazy. I'm sure he'd go crazy in there. No, Sam comes and stays. Our younger son is Reggie's dad, Reggie the cat, and so he comes and stays when we go. Yeah, he's a sweetheart. And I just saw something else. Oh, TK, yes, TK. It was so fun to meet you. I love that. It's so fun when I get to connect with you guys in person. I love it. All right, so now he's giving himself a bath. So let's hope he doesn't decide that he wants to kind of jump in the middle of things here. All right, I'm scrolling up, and the winner is Jackie Hinton. Jackie Hinton. So Jackie Hinton, you win a $25 coupon code to my website. Jackie, congratulations. So Jackie said, my husband has called me sunshine since we met, so I'm loving this paper. I love that, Jackie. You know what? Every once in a while, my husband Nick will call me Sunshine. Usually it's Blondie, but sometimes it's Sunshine. Isn't that fun? I love that. I love that. Nicknames are so fun. Okay. All right. So that's our first winner. And like I said, the other 2 prizes, after party prizes, you'll leave a comment on the video when it's over, not here in the chat. And then I will draw those right before next Wednesday when we are all together again. Okay. Oh, and Zen girls. You see what she said? Italians talk with their hands. I am constantly doing this in any kind of video. My hands are all over the place. So yes, then I've definitely got that. I definitely inherited that trait as well, apparently. Okay. All right. So if, as all of this chatting happened, I'm sure I missed lots of things. So if I missed something and you want me to see it again, please just retype it in all uppercase and then I'll see it in the chat. Okay, so let's start out with the 2 lists that we did when we were together last. Although I just saw a comment from Carol, so I'm going to answer that. Carol said, got a question for you on your digitals. Are you going to make more of your stamps into digital stamps? Carol, yes, absolutely. Oh, you know what? Were those supposed to come out this month? Maybe on the 15th? I need to look. Yes. They come out, the digital stamps come out every other month. So on 1 month, for example, July, I do physical stamps. So July I had a stamp release. And then August, I think it's August, holy cow, I think that's Thursday. The middle of the following month, which would be August 15th, is another release of digital stamps. So Carol, we just started releasing the digital stamps maybe 6 months ago. And so we're just working our way through them. FIFO, no, first in, first out, first in, last out, last in, first out, first in, anyhow, whatever. We're starting with the oldest stamps. and then releasing them as digital stamps as we kind of progress, if that makes sense. So yes, we will get through most of, I won't say all, most of the stamp sets. We won't ever do the alphas. We'll do most of the stamp sets every other month. So guess what I need to do? I need to write myself a note because somehow I think I just totally forgot about that release. There's just a lot going on. Lots and lots. So bear with me. I'm making a little note for myself. August Digi stamp release. All right. Someone had a question. Wanda had a question about how does the digital stamp work? You know what? I would love, Carol, if I'm going to keep going, but Carol, oh, and you were thinking the same thing, Wanda. Okay. So here's the deal. At some point, I will explain how a digital stamp works. In a nutshell, if you use, I'll tell you how I use them. So if I want to bring up a photo in, let's say, Photoshop, and I want to add, let's say I bring up a photo in Photoshop, and I want to add that stamp to the photo. If I have purchased that stamp digitally, I can then bring up that image and overlay it on top of the photo, and it has a transparent background. So basically it would look like that I stamped that onto the photo in black ink or whatever color ink that I wanted to do. That's how I use digital stamps. But other people use digital stamps differently. So I will, different colors, different sizes. That's another good point, Carol. So you can take that digital stamp and you could make it this big, or you could make it this big. You can make it larger and smaller because that is how, that's one of the benefits of digital stamps. And that's how, with the PNG file, you can make them larger or smaller. So Sarah, you need to have some kind of photo editing program that can take the file format of a digital stamp. So I use Photoshop, so I don't know. I mean, I know there are others, I just don't know what they are. And Carol, since you are using photo or digital stamps, if you want to input anything in the chat, that'd be awesome. And then I'll just repeat it. I'll just repeat whatever you say. All right. Okay. So we did 2 lists on Saturday. Saturday, things were way up in the air. There were some things, anyhow, long story. I won't get into it. But there were some things going on and I needed to stop after just 2 lists. So we did 2 lists because Saturday, the 10th, that's when we were together last, was the first Saturday that we were together of a new month. We did our About Last Month list. So our About Last Month's list, we basically take photos and use for this year the 2024 About Last Month stamp set. And we just make a run-on list of things that happened in our month. That About Last Month is something that I've been doing. It's a method of memory keeping that I've been doing for the last 4 years. So I basically have 48 months worth of this, which for me, I've been a paper crafter. I've been a scrapbooker for 27 years. And this is kind of the way a little bit that my memory keeping has evolved. So that's called About Last Month. And that was our first list that we did on Saturday. We used the Simple Stories, Simple Vintage Linen Market. So some of the washi, some flowers, and some things up here. And then used that 2024 About Last Month stamp set. So those 2 were from that. And then those little stars also from that. Hello, Stephanie. Nice to see you. Stephanie is joining us from Oklahoma City on a work trip. Wonderful, wonderful. Love it. Lauren in the Arm said Affinity is a great alternative to Adobe, and she says as a 20+ year designer. Now, Photoshop Elements. I know for a while you could get Photoshop Elements either for free or very inexpensively. I know there are other free photo editing programs out there where, oh, Carol, I love it. Carol just said you can use them in Canva, and that Canva has a free version of the software. So here's the thing. Canva you can use on a computer or also on your phone. On your phone, I don't know how easy it is to bring in digital stamps, but Canva is free. So You could check that out. Zen Girls, digital sounds complicated. So Zen Girls, here's the thing. If you already using a software program like that or a photo editing program like that, it's not complicated at all. But really, it's a little bit involved, right? Because you're trying to learn a new program that is very robust, meant for lots of different things. And if that's all you're using it for, that's probably way overkill, right? That's probably way, way, way overkill. All right. So our second list is another list that we do on a monthly basis. It's called In the News, okay? This was super, super plain, and I think it's just going to stay plain. In the News is a list that we do, again, on a monthly basis, where I pick some photos and I make a list of news events that happened during the month. Now, anytime we do a list like this, and as you can see from Saturday, for me, this was all political. But I will tell you, when we do a list like this, it's just the facts, just the facts. There's no talking about what happened, how it happened, who was responsible, if it was a good thing or a bad thing in any of these scenarios. So for me, in July, there were two huge news events. And those kind of news events were those two that kind of topped my list in no particular order. But one was the attempted assassination on former President Trump's life, and then President Biden announcing his withdrawal, and then subsequently endorsing Kamala Harris for the Democratic presidential nominee. Anyhow, usually, and in the news really vary, but most often there are a lot more things on my list. So here's another example. This was in the news for May. Where you have, I only used 3 photos, but I added a lot more things here. So that's just another way for me to kind of just document what's happening in this case, not in my life, but in the world. Oh yeah, we don't, huh, Wanda? We never discuss. And I always, before we start a list like that, I always say, please, no opinions. No opinions in the chat. I won't give you my opinions. We're basically just talking about the facts. So those are the 2 lists that we did on Saturday. Our third list that I had planned that we did not get to Saturday is another This Is Us list. So I never pulled that one out either. Let me look for it. This will be the third type of list like this. My back's to you, so, here it is. The third type of list like this that we have done in the last couple of months. So last year, 2022, 2023, I don't remember when, I released a stamp set called This Is Me. And the This Is Me stamp set is designed for you to document you. Last year, so it must have been last year. Last year, I did a This Is Me list at 54, because last year I was 54. Only part of last year was I 54. I am 1 week and a day, 1 week away, 1 week from today, moving from this year to the one that's in front of it. So I thought, back in June, oh gosh, we better do an updated This Is Me list so that I'm still current. Anyhow, the whole idea behind a list like This Is Me, was basically once a year, that's how often I do it, I just document me. And it's a run-on list. So some of the things on my list when we did this back in June, comfort is key. I love country music and live concerts. I'm always hot or cold, menopause. Limiting time with people that cause me stress or sap my energy. Have a sweet tooth that does not quit. So this is kind of a fun type of list to do about yourself or someone else in your world on a frequent basis. You can kind of compare and contrast how they're changing or you're changing as you grow older. Now, I do this for me. I could do this for parents. I could do this for kids. I could do this for Reggie, our cat. I could do this for whatever. So back in June, we did This Is Me using that This Is Me stamp set. July, I did date it. Last month, I did another version of that, but it was called This Is Us. So This Is Us is a stamp set that I released earlier this year. Same idea. Instead of documenting you, you're documenting us. And here's the key with us. us can be anyone. It can be you and a partner. In this case, it's Nick and myself. Nick and me. That's what you say, Nick and me. This is Nick and me. But I could have done it, this is us. Our family of 4. I could have done it with us with our pets. I mean, this is us can be whatever you want it to be. It can be friends, family, coworkers, whatever. So back in July, we did This Is Us, and I did 2 of us. Tonight, we are going to start out with another This Is Us using that same This Is Us stamp set, but with This Is Us, I am doing it with a friend, and I'm doing it about a friend. I wish she was here, but she's not here. I am doing it about This Is Us, meaning me and my dear friend Vicki Booten. So I'm going to use a photo. This is what happened. This is why I was a minute or 2 late. Hello, Diane McNabb. Nice to see you. Hi, Marie House. Hello, Stephanie. Thank you. Happy birthday. And Kristen, you just turned 58. Happy birthday to you too. Yes, fellow Leo. All right. So this was the photo that first printed. And I knew right away, obviously something's wrong there, right? You can see. So I know when that happens, and really when something like that happens with any printer, you need to check the print heads, right? To check the print heads, check the nozzle heads or whatever they're called, nozzle heads, I guess, because that usually means something is going on and one of the nozzles is clogged, right? It's not supposed to look like that. So I cleaned it. And then, or when I did my test print, it showed, I'll show you what it showed. And this is the case for any printer that you use. Every printer has the same functionality. My printer, the Epson PictureMate PM400, has 4 colors. Black, yellow, magenta, and cyan. So when it first came out, this is what it looked like. And I knew something was wrong because look at, there's no black there. I went, uh-oh. So I need to clean the print heads or clean the nozzle or whatever it is. So that went through its little thing and I printed it again. And now only a little bit of the black was showing. So I needed to clean it again. So whatever's going on somehow, and the printer hasn't moved, so I'm not sure what happened, but that's not an uncommon thing to have happen. And if that ever happens to you and you have all of the ink in the printer, when you look at the printer ink little, whatever it shows you, printer ink, how much is in there, and something like that happens, then you need to deal with something. So cleaned it again, printed it again, and I got really close. But this is now, it was like, 32 minutes after the hour, and I'm like, oh gosh. So I went ahead and printed it, and it looks good. So this is what it started out like. It's like, this is how it started. This is how it's going. Looks much better, right? We have eyeballs. We have teeth. You can really tell the difference. You can see the black. There was no black. And so there we go. So I will be using this photo. And I will be using the brand new You Are My Sunshine collection from Pretty Little Studio. So that's what you kind of see here on my little desk. On my work surface. I'm just trim this printer. I'm going to print this photo, and I cut it like that. So it kind of looks like it has looks a little bit like a Polaroid. Where's the squirrel? What squirrel? This, there? There, is that what we mean? Is that what we mean? Oh yes, yeah. Doug, the squirrel, the dog. So I tend to, be working on something and then squirrel. I squirrel way, way, way more when I have a lot on my mind. So just know that. Just know that. That's that's kind of part of what's happening here this evening. Just lots on my mind. All right. So there's my photo. I'm going to use the This Is Us stamp set. Now, when I did this before, when I did a This Is Us with Nick and me, I put the years there. Vicki and I have known each other for 20 years, but I decided I'm not going to do the years up there. I'm just going to do This Is Us, and then we'll really start kind of going about our decorating. So get this little stamp set out. My stamps are stored in my stamp storage sleeve. So that's what is happening here. when you put a stamp that has a plastic cover into the stamp storage sleeve, sometimes that plastic is sticking to each other and doesn't want to release. So that is, I store my little stamps in the stamp storage sleeves with a piece of white cardstock in the back of all of them. So I can do this. If it gets sticky, I just grab that, and it's sticky. It's not like, you know, sticky, you just dipped your hand in honey sticky. It's just that plastic is sticking to itself and doesn't want to release. So if I put that little guy in there, I've got two in here for some reason. So let me get one of those out. That'll help. Pull that out. There we go. And it releases. Okay, so stamp storage sleeves in 3x4s, 4x6s, 5x7, and 6x8s. And that's a 6x8 stamp. So, all right, let's get This Is Us. Now, with the This Is Us stamp set, as I mentioned, it is meant not specifically for a couple. And if it is for a couple, it can be different kinds of couples because there are four little, what I like to call potty people. Those are the little icons that you often see on restrooms, so you know which is which if you are looking for a particular restroom. So you can have take over. So we're good. I know there's no sound, but you guys, you saw that, right? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, come on. Don't you even do this to me. Right now. Oh. No, 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 no. Come back. Come back. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Sound is back. The picture is gone. Oh, Lordy, you guys, I cannot win. Sound is back, but no picture. I know, right? So why? Why? Hang on. Okay. Just hold on. Bear with me. I know you can hear me, so good thing I didn't swear or anything. Let's see here. So, Jack called and I needed to talk to him. Well, not really. Part of this will all make sense at some point, friends. Lordy. Okay. So when this happens, there's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can do except what we can do is we can start over. And what I mean start over, we can, I'm just going to, come on. No. So you can't go back to the YouTube app. Basically, when this happens, you have to start all over. You have to create a brand new link. So that's what I'm going to do, friends. We're going to do that while I am talking to you so you can still hear me. But I have to create it. Actually, you won't even be able to hear me. So I need to start all over. So sorry. Let's do this. Give me 5 minutes. I need to call Jack back. He's our older son. He's the one that was calling, I think, for a very important reason. And I will include the link in the description box of this video, but then you'll also see it on my YouTube channel in just a sec. Okay. And my water's not in here either, so I'll take a hydration break too. Okay, friends, we'll be back.